Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be solving yet another graph question. So if you would like to review the previous graph that we did, it was not dealing with graph translations, it was dealing with plotting points, those kind of graph questions. If you would like to visit that question, then you can check out my channel. But right now we're going to be dealing with graph translation. So let's get the party started. So for A, it says using a scale of 1 cm to represent 1 unit on each axis, taking values of x ranging from -8 to 10 and values of y from -8 to 10, copy and draw the above triangle T. So right now I'm just going to quickly draw a graph so we can get started with that part of the question. Okay guys, so now that I've gone ahead and drawn the graph, just take note that because it did say to go from -8 to 10 on the x-axis and -8 to 10 on the y-axis, that's what I did there. So for instance, if I brought like a -9 onto here, or didn't stop at -8, I stopped at like -7, they would take marks off for that because the question said -8 to 10 for both axes. Alright, and now it says to copy and draw the above triangle, so that's what we're going to do. So we'll plot this point here first, and that's 2, 1. So let's go, that's 2, 1 right there, 2 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. And then this point here is 4, 2. Yeah, 4, 2 right there. And then the last point is 1, 3. Alright, and so let's just join those 3 points to form this triangle. Alright, so that's 3 points, and it says to name it T, so I'll name it T. Alright, and now it says to draw the image of triangle T after a rotation of 180 degrees about the origin and label it B. So we need to rotate it 180 degrees. So if we're starting in this quadrant here, which is quadrant 1, and we're going to be rotating 180 degrees, we should be ending up in the second quadrant in whichever direction we want to go, whether it be clockwise or counterclockwise. Normally we go counterclockwise. So if we started off in this quadrant here, like I mentioned, this quadrant would give us 90 degrees because it's right next to it. So then we should end off in this quadrant here, which should give us 180 degrees. So let's talk about it. Okay, so the rule for when you have when you're trying to complete a 180 degree rotation, if you have a regular XY, then the rule states that it should be -x, -y. Alright, so knowing that our first point is 2, 1, this means that our first point for our rotation should be -2, -1, which is right here. And then the next point is 4, 2, which means our new point should be -4, -2, which is right here. And then our final point is 1, 3, which means that our new point should be -1, -3, which is right here. So now we're going to join those points for this new shape. And it says to label this one B. So basically this shape was rotated 180 degrees, and that's how we do that rotation there. Cool. Next question, it says to translate triangle T, so we're back to the main triangle, by 1, -5, label the image C. So the translation is 1, -5. 1 is rise and -5 is run, which means that we should go up once because it's a positive, and to the left 5 times because negative is the left direction. In the x-axis, negative is in the left, of course, as we can see in the on the plane here. Negative is left and positive is right. And on the y-axis, negative is down and positive is up. So we're going to translate this by 1, -5, which means if we're starting off at this point here, then we should go up once and to the left 5 times, which is right here. And then for the point that is at 4, 2, we're going to go up once and go to the left 5 times, just right here. And for the last point, which is at 1, 3, we're going to go up once and to the left 5 times, which is right here. And now we're going to join those points. So we should still have the same shape, just in a different area. So after we join those points, it says to label this image C. Okay, so D says to reflect triangle T, so always back to the main triangle. We're going to reflect triangle T in the line x equal -1 and label that image D. So let's first of all find the line x equal -1. And of course, this axis here, the horizontal axis, is the x-axis, and -1 is this point right here, which means that the line x equal -1 is this line here. So this is our point of origin that we are going to use to basically reflect the triangle. So using triangle T, we're basically going to count up to the line x equal -1 and then count the same amount on the next side of the triangle, which means it would basically be like a reflection, a face that you see in a reflection. So using this point here, we're going to count 1, 2 to get to the line -1, and then count 1, 2 again because we basically counted 2. So using this point here, now we're going to count 1, 2, 3 to get to the line x equal -1. So then 1, 2, 3. And then this point here, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to draw that shape. And it says to label that image D. Alright, so it basically looks like, the line x equal -1 is the mirror. Alright, and that's the reflection. And for E, it says to enlarge triangle T by a scale factor of 2 through the origin and label the image E. So back to triangle T again, and we're going to enlarge it by a scale factor. And back to this point here, the point there, the coordinate is 2, 1. And if we enlarge it by a scale factor, we multiply it by 2, which makes the new point 4, 2. So our new point is going to be 4, 2, which is basically this point here. Let me erase these arrows. That's the new point for our new shape. But again, the next point, that is 4, 2. So the actual 4, 2, we're going to scale that up by 2, which makes it 8, 4. So 8, 4. And then the last point, 1, 3, will scale up to 2, 6. So 2, 6. And now we're going to join those points. To form our new shape, and we're going to label it E. So as you can see here, we did a few graph translations, we did a rotation, translation, reflection, and enlargement by a scale factor. And that is how we do these graph questions. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.